Howdy neighbors. I wanted to make a video kind of like what I did with the 3D websites, but instead with music. A couple people were asking me about it. So the first one I wanted to start off with was something just kind of fun to play with. It's Microsoft SAM talk-to-speech generator on Windows 95, I think, or XP. I can't remember which one had it, but they had a Microsoft, they had like a thing where you can type to speech, text to speech. And when I was a kid, I used to have so much fun with it. It's classic. And it's really basic stuff. I mean, there's nothing really fancy about it, but you can get pretty creative with it.
Hello, I am CammyX. Welcome to my channel.
And it has a bunch of different voices you can try. Let's try good old Mary.
Hello, I am CammyX. Welcome to my channel.
You have to kind of like maybe do like this.
Hello, I am CammyE.X.P. Welcome to my channel.
Kind of have to experiment with it, but you can get some cool stuff out of it. I know there was a band called Crystal Castles back in the day, and I'm pretty sure they used this program to, I think, make their chorus or something. All right, so the next one is specifically for Ableton Live. It's a custom theme creator, so you can create your own theme, and then they also have themes as well that you can download for free. Everything's for free. I've made a couple themes myself, and it's just nice to be able to do that and experiment whatever your heart desires, you know, and you can really go in here. The interface is pretty easy. It looks pretty complicated, but honestly, it doesn't take that much time. And then you can also, if you're like, I don't want to do all this, you can browse for one and then make a copy of it and then edit that one. So you kind of have like a little bit of a start. I can show you some of the themes that I have. This one I've made, it's like a Windows 95 look. I made this one that's kind of like inspired by, you know, Mattel, the kind of toy company. You know, I like my red, blue, and green, so I wanted to make something like this. It's a little intense on the eyes sometimes, so I usually go back to my Windows 95. But yeah, you know, it's just cool. If you use Ableton, definitely check it out. Yeah, so pretty cool. All right, let's move on to the next one. Now, this one I use a lot. This is, I don't even know if it's safe to like share this. This website is just like a database of video game music. I listen to a lot of video game music, so I go here all the time to just like find new games and listen to their albums while I'm working. So I'll scroll down and I'll click a platform. I really like the sound from like Nintendo 64 and stuff, and they'll have like all the really famous ones. You know, all of these are obvious slappers. But then, you know, I'll just like click like, you know, a random one. Rat Attack. I didn't even know this was a game. This looks dope. This is really sick art. But yeah, it's cool. Khinsider. Obviously, I'm not going to go through all of this and play the music. Claymates. Look at that art. So sick. So cool. Whoa, what is this? Look at this. That is fire.
Are you tired of spending hours searching for the perfect snare? Do you keep cycling through the same old sounds, hoping something magical will happen? Well, stop right there. Introducing Super Kami Pack 1, the ultimate collection of 50 unique samples, crafted to spark your creativity. And that's not all. Most samples come with MIDI tracks so you can tweak, flip, and customize them however you like. But wait, there's more. These sounds are made for fun, for experimentation, and for making music without overthinking it. Whether you're laying down a groove, flipping a sample, or just messing around, this pack has everything you need to bring your ideas to life. Hurry! This exclusive sample pack is not sold in stores. Grab your copy today! Samples are 100% royalty-free, copyright-free, and free. Use them in your beats, your songs, your mixtapes, your grandma's ringtones. We don't care. Just don't resell them or claim them as your own, because that's weird. Side effects may include instant inspiration, uncontrollable head nodding, and an urge to make fire beats at 3 a.m. No refunds, no regrets, only vibes. I love you. Time is an illusion. Bye now.
Come here, butter. Next one, Equipboard.com. This is a pretty cool website. So like, let's say you have an artist that you really like and you want to know what like equipment they use, but you don't know where to find it, you know? This is the place. So I haven't used it in a while, but like I know like when I was kind of like trying to find my sound, I would look this stuff up. Like I remember looking up Tame Impala back in the day, Kevin Parker, and you can see like everything he's used. And then you're like, ooh, that's exactly what I want. Like he of course he uses the Juno 106. It's like a staple in his sound. The Hofner. I really want this bass one day. Wow, he used the OP1. Ooh, the Moog Sub Fatty. It's such a fat sound. Oh, the EL8. This is one of my favorite things. I mean, obviously putting drums through this is really cool, but I like putting vocals through it, especially if you're going from like studio to studio. You can really rely on this piece of hardware and use this as the compressor, and you know it's going to be clean every time. It's going to sound the same every single time for the most part when you go to different studios. And then you can click more, and it'll kind of like show like how he's using it. So like running the mic through Neve preamps and running the bass and vocals through the Empirical Labs distressor. And you know, kind of has some like very slight resources on like what he uses each thing for. But yeah, really cool website. I know like back in the day I really liked Mac DeMarco, and I was obsessed with like trying to find what he was doing. The DX7. I wanted this thing. I almost bought this thing one time. Yes. He's one of the main reasons why I got the Casio CZ5000 is because he was using a CZ1. And it's such a cool synthesizer. I love it. It uses like phase distortion, which is pretty unique. My mom got rid of mine. I'm pretty sad about it. It was my favorite piece of gear. I want to get another one eventually, but yeah. This is a really cool website. If there's artists that you really look up to or want to emulate their sound. All right, on to the next one. This is Radio Garden. I feel like this one's pretty... People know about this, but I thought I would include it anyways. This is basically a world and like different radio stations around the world, and you can kind of just browse different radio stations and listen to stuff. So let's go to... I wonder if there's any like in Antarctica. Whoa, what is here? I'm obviously not going to play the music. I don't want to get flagged. This is a perfect way to kind of get out of that streaming platform algorithm and just try to find some new stuff. There's so much music out there, and I feel like people listen to the same stuff all the time because it's kind of like handed to you, and it's easy. It's, you know, especially on like Spotify and Apple Music and stuff like that. They show you the next song automatically, and it's kind of like placed in your lap on purpose. You know, go out and find some new music. There's so many different types of music out there that like, it's just explore, you know, put a little bit of effort into it. And like, you can just go to this website and click a random radio station and just jam out. All right, on to the next one. This is kind of like another website to kind of find new music. This is Every Noise. I feel like a lot of people know this one, but still, I'm just gonna bring it up anyways. This is a bunch of different genres, and it's a lot. Hindi indie. It's got a nice little ring to it. Yeah, and you just can explore. If you click it, it will play the like a preview of the genre, and if you really like it, or if you want to explore a little bit more, you can hit this arrow and it will show you different artists that are in this. Bigger the name, the more well known they are in this genre. And you can just go down so many rabbit holes of this. You can find playlists of this stuff. Of course it takes you to Spotify. Fuck Spotify. Yeah, really cool, really fun. Just do it when you're bored, you know? All right, on to the next one. This is preset share. I don't use as much presets. I don't use a lot of like plugins anymore, but if you do use a lot of plugins like Serum or, you know, other types of plugins or synthesizers, you can find some cool presets. Yeah, and then you can go and listen to a sample of it. You're like, ooh, I like that. That's cool. That's cool. Download it for free. That's a pretty cool sound. PlayStation 7. That's cool. Wait, there's a Serum 2? I didn't even know. Is there really a Serum 2? Wow, I didn't even know there was a Serum 2. Kind of out of the loop. All right, on to the next one. Beepbox. It's just something to play around with, honestly. It's like a sequencer that you can just play with. Has a bunch of different settings. You can change the preset. They have a bunch of them. It's actually kind of fire. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's like if you have like a DAW, like what is the point of doing this? I don't know. Just get out of your cycle, you know, try some new stuff. That's one thing I really like about using just hardware. You know, it gets you out of that your DAW cycle of like having this certain routine to make music. I think it's really important to try new things and kind of get out of that comfort zone that you have and experiment. I think it's really important to play, you know, and to have fun and not kind of take things too seriously. And I think the best way to do that is try new stuff, try new hardware, try new software. And that kind of like takes you into that creative experiment phase. All right, next one. This one's really experimental, really weird. This is called typatone. And basically you just type. And it's like, okay, you know, that's cool. It makes, and then you can play it. And this thing like just follows your words. It's like, what the heck is this? And then you can change the sound. It's like, whoa, that's really cool. And it loops back. And you can download it, save it, sample it. It's like a really easy way to make some percussion, some random like, you know, percussive elements to your beats. Or make some ambient stuff. That's beautiful. Ooh. That's nice. Very peaceful. Very elegant. Yeah, so definitely check this out. It's really cool just to play around with. All right, well, that's all I have for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah.
I hope you all have a good one. Please check out my other stuff if you liked this soy.